Well, Dave, you're out of the EFL Trophy, defeat to Exeter. How do you feel about that? I think it was quite obvious, quite evident how frustrating that was for you, just looking at your body language during the game.
Yeah, massively frustrated. Only with certain elements, though. I think first half, the contrast in the two halves was vast. I thought we posed a threat first half. I thought second half they managed the ball well, got between the lines. And then ran off the back of us, and a couple of moments in between where we didn't get the timing to press just at the right time. And look, I think they're a benchmark club, aren't they? You look at them as their club, the way they play. I'd probably say what they've got behind the scenes in terms of everything they've gradually built. I think they should be a benchmark for a club like Newport. So we're massively disappointed to get beat. We get caught in trying to play past in terms of in build up. We give the ball away, give a corner away, we get the first contact. We don't get goal side. First contact can be better, and then in the opportunities we created, we lacked the patience to probably get an extra pass in when it required it. So look, I'm disappointed, but again, I don't think any of us can question the commitment and attitude of the players, which is a consistent message from me. So my frustrations, yes, I'm frustrated because we've lost. There's a couple of areas I believe we need to be better, but ultimately the better team won tonight.
And you're out of the competition. I mean, how do you feel about that generally? I mean, you've had that brilliant win at Cardiff, of course, but defeats to Exeter and Arsenal.
Yeah, but the squad's at full stretch. I mean, we've got, Tom Davis was a bit sore. Michael Spellman coming back from injury was 20 minutes. Clarkey coming back. We would have ideally liked to have rested a couple more this evening. Habib, Sammy, Jenks, I could name a few more, and we couldn't. So credit to them. They don't want the rest, but the schedule requires that. They needed to play based around what we had available. I've also got to say well done to Harry Pugh this evening, because he's trained with us consistently. He's been excellent. When he's trained, he's deserved his debut. And what just said to me there, what you've got to reflect on is what do you need to do to stay at the level, to build a career and forge a career for yourself. So from that area, I'm really pleased for him. I'm disappointed with the result and to be out of the competition. But on the basis of tonight, we definitely didn't do enough to win the game.
It's obviously a League One side, so we have to take that into account. But it's a 10th home defeat in all competitions, Dave, which is frustrating for you, for the players, and for the fans. It's difficult to bear, isn't it? And you will know also that not many managers get away with losing 10 at home.
No, they don't. Not many managers get away with losing as many games as I have done. So I'm really clear with it. So where do I look at? I look at are the players giving absolutely everything for the club? I believe they are, yes. Did we create opportunities to and goal scoring moments today? Yes, we did. Not as many as them. That's the truth. But yeah, I can't give you an honest answer to it. We are doing everything we can to look to win games of football. We're not. I'm not. There's nothing more I can say on it, really, is there? There's no definitive answer. We need to be more lethal and potent in the top line, in the final third, I should say, not the top line.
Shrewsbury Town on Saturday, it's another one of those, isn't it? You had the sort of battle of the bottom two against Cheltenham a few weeks ago. You've now got another one at Shrewsbury. A lot of fans kind of see this as almost a do or die day in a sense. Do you know what I mean? Because if they feel that if you win it, then you're in a good position, but if you don't, you could be in real trouble. How do you feel about it?
Well, the fans would be right, wouldn't they? It's a big game for us. We know that. We're in November, and the points total on the board is not good enough. We've performed well at times, but performances need to be returned with points. What the supporters know is that the players are giving everything for the badge. They know that, they can see it, and we'll always continue to do that. Nothing will change in that regard. But we've got a big couple of weeks coming up. We'll continue to try and prepare for Saturday the best way we can, and we'll look to put a performance in that gets us the result that we require.
I know you've already said you don't lose sleep about your position at the club, but do you feel you have to win Saturday to keep your job?
I don't know. And I don't say that in a flippant way. I really don't. I say that in a way of just that I'll have a conversation with staff, as we always do. Are we missing something? Is there something we're not doing? Are the players not performing? Are they not trying? I don't see any of that. I really don't, and I haven't done at any point. Essentially, the chairman will have a decision to make in what's best for the football club, which is what he's done since he's taken over. And so I can't really answer it. But will I lose sleep over losing my job? No. Do I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about how we try and win a game? Of course, because we are as determined as we've ever been to support the players to get the results that they require. They haven't been there. Ultimately, the buck stops with me, and if the chairman needs to make a decision, he'll make a decision. I can't influence that.
How do you relax away from games then? I mean, these are horrible questions to answer for you to face. It's negative and everything. How do you relax when you go away?
Well, they've got to be asked because we're not winning, are we? So I'm a realist. I like to be methodical in my approach. We've always tried to perform with a platform and a basis of not conceding goals. We've conceded goals. Some of those have been far too many unforced errors. The first contact at the corner today, for us, has got to be better, and they land on it because we're not goal-sided. We get punished. They're not really. They're small margins that are having a big impact. To answer your question, how do I relax? Well, I'll go for a walk for 2-3 hours in the morning and try and think about what I've watched when I've watched it back. Look at areas that we can try and find a solution to get a win on Saturday, and if we can't, then your previous question applies, doesn't it? The pressure is the pressure. I think it comes with what's expected. And I, like I said to you, I don't think we can do any more. As a group of staff, we can't do any more than we are currently doing, and the supporters can see that.
Final question from me, slightly sideways one, but Ben Lloyd, obviously on loan from Swansea, their manager's gone today. Would you worry that he might get recalled, whoever the new manager might be?
That's out of my hands. I can't pass comment on that. What Swansea have done is trust us to support two ways really. Ben's come in to gain some valuable experience in the Football League, and in return, he's got to perform and deliver for us, and on the other hand, he's then trying to get to a point where he's catching the eye of Swansea. That's not a decision that'll be made by me. That'll be made by the chairman in discussions with the club their end. He's a super lad. He's got an infectious enthusiasm and personality, and he's been a pleasure to have here with us. And so I don't think there'd be anybody in the club who would say anything negative about it. I've also got to say, I think the minute's applause for Colin Addison this evening. He was anybody that knows Colin was the most infectious, enthusiastic football man, passionate about football, had an unbelievable career. I think for me, every time I drive through Hereford and I drive past Addison Court, just past Edgar Street, I think, like I say, the club obviously did an unbelievable job here, left a footprint for others to remember, and I also got to say tonight we obviously wanted to try and put a performance on for him, but clearly his family and everybody else are in our thoughts as well.
Indeed, thank you. Thank you, Dave.
Pretty atrocious conditions, wasn't it, by the end there? Did you at least come through without any new injuries?
No, we think Habib was a bit sore. Tom Davis pulled up in the warm-up. Jed's okay. Obviously Kai Whitmore suspended on the weekend. Cameron Antwi had a swollen knee, so we didn't want to risk him this evening. AK had a kick on his foot on Saturday, so we don't think, on top of Habib and Tom, we don't think so. But we'll know on a little bit more on Thursday.
So Joe didn't play. Was he able to play tonight?
No, Joe's ribs were really sore, so nothing fractured, just a huge amount of discomfort at the moment.
So no real end to the injury worries.
No end to the injury list at the moment. Speller's coming back tonight, pleasing for the squad. Clarkey being available as well is pleasing. Tom, we thought would get some minutes this evening, but just felt a little bit discomfort, and we clearly didn't want to risk him. So that's where we are.
Is there anyone who might force their way into?
Well,
Bobby looked quite bright in the first half.
Yeah, I thought we all looked bright in the first half, and then second half we didn't get to terms with. We didn't get as compact as we needed to be. That I think the weather plays a part. When the wind's in your face, you can afford to be 5 yards higher at the pitch for the ball to carry through and minimise the space between the lines, which we needed to be better at. And then the positive performances first half, essentially. We lacked. We were unable to deliver the same. So I think there's, Gleno and Kieran Brennan deserve a huge amount of credit, because they've been around the team. They've come on. Certainly, Kieran Brennan's come on in games in a number of positions and been outstanding in how he's applied himself. So I'm really pleased for Gleno and Kieran this evening. In the way that they performed and came through. So we'll look at what Saturday looks like when we know who's fit, who's available, and what bodies we've got.
What about the performance in the goalkeeper game tonight? Good, I thought.
Yeah. Well, there's a double-edged sword there, isn't there? We gave him too many opportunities to be positive. Some of his delivery into the top line was good. Some of his saves second half were excellent. Far too many of them, really. Nick's a really good pro, trains well, so it would be no surprise that he came into the team and delivered what he did this evening.